All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Midwest Cooking here on YouTube. Today we're going to be reviewing the Nuwave 6-quart Brio air fryer. And one of the things I wanted to review about this is just kind of how it works, my thoughts of it, and after we've used it for 6 months. So yeah, it's going to be a 6-month review, and I always think that's good because it doesn't really pay, in my opinion, to review an item after a couple uses or after an unboxing. You really got to give it a good run of the table and see how it works out. So that's what we're going to be doing here today. We'll kind of show you some of the features that we like and don't like, some of the pros and cons of it. So we'll get right at it here. So one thing I do like about it, it stays fairly clean. It's really super easy to operate, and it does do a great job of cooking some of your, at least for us, we use it for a lot for basically frozen appetizers. So it's got a large basket, as you can see. This pops out, so if you want to go and serve something, you can pop that out because this piece down here does get warm. This does get hot. The mesh that's in the bottom here, this will pop out too for easy cleaning. So you just pop it loose on both sides and it will come loose. One of the cons about the unit is you can see on the sides around here, after you use it for quite some time, it will get grit and grime built up on there, and that's just simply because of the greasy foods you're more than likely cooking in there. Most of the stuff that you're probably going to cook in here, any French fries, onion rings, chicken nuggets, anything of that nature has always been pre-fried before you get it. So you're going to have residual oils that'll drip off and drop down into the bottom. We don't clean it every time. I know there's been a lot of people that will get peeling on the inside on this portion of the air fryer, and really that's due to two things. Don't clean it when it's super hot, and don't use a really aggressive like Brillo pad or a steel wool. Anything like that is going to start to strip off the coating on the bottom. So we've kind of always just kind of entertained the notion of just let it season itself and clean it ever so often with a little bit of soap and water, and get some of your little broken pieces of breading or potatoes that fall in there and cook. Just clean those up and put it back. Don't be super aggressive with it. Make sure you read your instruction manual, what parts can and can't go in the dishwasher. We don't put any of ours in the dishwasher at all. Everything gets hand washed here. So that part, if you follow those problems, you won't have any peeling problems, because I haven't had any, and I use this at least 4 to 5 times a week, if not more. So on to some of the features of the machine. As you can see, we got different settings, different temperatures to cook some stuff at. I don't use it for steak, or poultry or fish, any raw meats. I don't use that because I cook everything on the grill. So one of the things that I do like to do is frozen foods. So French fries, chicken nuggets, tater tots, mini tacos. You can make air fryer donuts. Those aren't obviously frozen, but green beans. And I'll leave a link in the description below on some of those things that we've done videos on how they cook. So you can check those out and let us know your thoughts. Again, real simple, on and off button, turn it on. You have your different wattages here. So depending on your outlet, you can obviously change it. And the higher the wattage you go, the quicker and faster it'll cook some of your items. And then you also have a menu button, which will do presets for you for some of the items listed above. So as you can see here, they got 6 different ones: fries, frozen fries, nuggets, steak, poultry, and fish. So while we're on the fries portion, I'll give you my feedback on doing fresh, like potato chips or French fries in an air fryer. I don't like them. They do turn out crispy, and they do turn out okay. However, you just can't match making fresh French fries or potato chips in a regular old school deep fryer. And I think part of the reason for me is obviously you're cooking with all the oil, so you get a lot of that fat. So a lot of the fat equals flavor. Let's face it, that's just the way it is. So just keep that in mind. I guess when you're doing that, if you're going to do that in here, again, you're not cooking with oil, you're cooking with air, so you're going to lose a little bit of flavor there. So for some people it works. For me, not so much. I'd rather stick with the old school method of that. And then you have your preheat, start, and pause. So preheat is nice. So what you do is you turn it on, hit the preheat button, and then you select your temperature. And then how long you want your item to cook after it's preheated. So it'll just stay 15 minutes. So then what you do is you hit your start button, and what it'll do is it'll preheat then to the right temperature. When it's done, it'll beep once, and then it'll give you a 5-minute countdown to get your food in before it turns off. Once you get your food in, as soon as you close it, it'll start the timer automatically for you. And you really want to use the preheat when you're wanting to get stuff kind of a little bit more crunchy, because it's going to start off a lot hotter than it will if you just put it in there, set the temp and set the time. However, setting the temp and setting the time and just throwing it in there not preheated does work fine. I use it often when I'm in a time crunch, so that works good. So as you can hear, it is fairly quiet, so I have no complaints there with that. One of the other things that a lot of people, you can maybe see right here, is your vent. So there's kind of two cons, and really the only cons that I can think of for this air fryer is I've had it happen to me where if you're cooking an air fryer close to a smoke detector, and obviously that's where all of your residual air gets kicked out. So sometimes your smoke detectors will go off because of the heat, or maybe if there's a little bit of smoke coming out from the hot oil, maybe out of a pre-cooked food hitting the bottom and smoking. That can happen. The other thing too is if you're on a cabinet space, underneath your cabinet like we have here, so ours is on our countertop underneath our cabinets, you want to pull it out. You don't want to have it all the way tucked back. You want to have plenty of room for that hot air to move around and dissipate. You don't want to have it in a large confined area, or a small confined area rather. The bigger the area, the better. And if you do have cabinets above it, try to pull it out a little ways to give enough air to circulate through. So those are the only two cons. Other than that, like I said, really love this air fryer. I'll leave a link in the description below to Amazon where you can pick it up. Let me know if you guys have this air fryer, what air fryer you have, or if you like your air fryer. Leave that in the comment section below for us if you could. Otherwise, if you enjoyed watching the review, give us a thumbs up on the video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button for us so you can catch out our future recipes for air fryers and anything else that we might make. So again, we appreciate you stopping by. Hope you like the review, and we'll see you on the next video.